My next guest is joining me here in studio, Chikara Jones, and she's the 2017 National Spokeswoman for Go Red for Women. And from the American Heart Association, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Ms. Koko. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
You have a very interesting story of how you became the spokesperson and why you were advocating for Go Red for Women. First, if you'll share your story with us.
Yes, absolutely. I began working with the American Heart Association in 2015. I was selected as a local Go Red for Women spokeswoman right after losing my mom. I lost her March 20th of 2015 to heart disease.
So sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I know that has to be really, really tough.
Not something that I would wish on my worst enemy.
Wow.
And shortly after learning that I had become selected for the local Go Red for Women, I was selected for the 2017 Go Red for Women as a national spokeswoman.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what that journey was like for you.
It was bittersweet. I knew that it was something that I had to do. I knew it was something that, I needed to get out and advocate and talk to other people about. But at the same time, I started working with them 5 months after losing my mom. So it was really, really, really hard for me to, even discuss it with anyone, let alone, become a spokeswoman.
Right.
But, through it all, I managed to pull through and I was able to get it done. And like I said, I've been working with them since 2015 and it's been good.
Okay. And so why is it important for you to share your story with others?
You know what? My main focus is I never wanted to see anyone go through what I went through.
Okay. This is going to be tough.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And, that's one of the main reasons why I'm doing what I do. I never want to hear a story of someone telling me that they've lost their parent or their sister or whoever, from heart disease. Heart disease is 80% preventable. So we can prevent
80% preventable. Okay.
80%. We can prevent this thing.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You became an advocate and you changed your life as a result of that.
I did.
And I think it's very important for you to share with people the steps that you took and maybe that could encourage other people.
Yes, absolutely. What I did, with my mother having heart disease, I watched her struggle for pretty much my entire life. She had her first heart attack when she was 30.
Oh, wow.
And, it kind of knocked on my door a little bit, because I said, I'm in my 30s, and I want to start taking, preventative measures now. I don't want to wait till something happens. So, I started with my diet,
Okay.
Being a mother and a wife, you get busy. You have a lot of things going on in your life. So you don't have a lot of time to sit down and prepare meals every day, so we ate out a lot and, to kind of compensate for our lifestyles. And, I said that's one thing that we needed to definitely look at, what we were eating and putting in our body. So that was one thing. And we got out and started moving and walking and exercising a lot more.
Okay. And so, interesting you would say that. I used to be a walker every day without fail. And so, and I know that there's a lot of people who could probably identify with this, with social media and corporations demanding more. You don't have time to eat lunch anymore, and so the pressure of working now is a lot more than it was before.
Absolutely.
So how can you find that balance?
You know what? It's one of those things where if you're not there, that corporation is going to look for someone to replace you.
Won't they, though?
The next day,
Yes, you're right.
So
you're
you
right.
have to find time and ways to implement, caring for yourself and looking after yourself. Because if you're not here, you can't care for those children or grandchildren or loved ones. So, a lot of times people don't understand just 30 minutes a day is really all you need. It's really all you need. 30 minutes a day.
Of being active.
Being active.
Doesn't have to be walking.
Any kind of exercise that you choose, if you're choosing, 30 minutes a day is really what we recommend, from the American Heart Association to keep you, healthy and keep that blood flowing in your body.
Okay. So, Chikara, tell us what the signs are for a heart attack. Is it different for men and women, or
Absolutely, what? Absolutely. I'm guilty myself. At one point, I thought the same thing. When you see TV and different things like that, when you see a person depicting a heart attack, normally a man, the first thing they do is clench their chest.
Right, right.
Women don't have those symptoms. Sometimes they don't have symptoms at all. But if they are symptoms, one of the a couple things you want to look for. You want to look for tightness in your jaw. You want to look for pain in your shoulder. You want to look for becoming nauseated.
Okay.
You want to also look for extreme fatigue, like if you become really, really tired just for no reason at all. If you have any of those symptoms or all at the same time, those are definitely signs of a heart attack, and you definitely want to get help as soon as possible.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then I'll ask, I think you touched on this already, but I'll ask it again just in case. And so what are some of the things that we can do to maybe prevent these types of symptoms coming up?
Absolutely. You definitely want to get an appointment with your doctor. Knowing your numbers, I advocate knowing your numbers is one of the biggest things you can do to help in preventing heart and stroke disease. Those numbers will be your cholesterol, your body mass index, which is an acronym for BMI.
Okay.
You also want to know where your blood pressure is and your cholesterol levels. If you know those levels, you can definitely ultimately help prevent those heart attacks and strokes.
Right. So those levels could be the very first symptom there. Yeah. Okay.
That there's some problems going on. Mm-hmm. But you won't know those if you don't get out and go to your doctor.
Okay. And I see you guys are having you're calling it a heart walking day, but the walk is coming up on March 24th at Colonial Life Arena. Tell people about what they can do and how they can get involved in that.
Yeah, you can go to the American Heart Association website and sign up to become a volunteer. Bring your friends and family and loved ones out to the event. There's activities for everyone to enjoy. We have vendors set up that take place prior to the walk. So, you can come out and just have a good time and fellowship with other people that are experiencing, heart disease and, just kind of put a face with what heart disease looks like, right. And after all the festivities, then that's when the heart walk begins. And it's a 5-mile walk.
5 miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yes.
You can do it.
Yes.
And very easy to sign up. I think the way I found it is I just Googled Midlands
Heart Walk.
Midlands Heart Walk.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it'll have all the information you need, or you can go to the American Heart Association South Carolina website and pull up all the information there.
All righty. Shakara Jones, love your name.
Thank you.
Yes. 2017 National Spokesperson for Go Red for Women. How can people help the American Heart Association year round?
Yeah. There's a lot of different ways. The first one we recommend is taking care of yourself. That's the biggest one. Start making those changes in your life, going to your doctor, knowing what your numbers are, your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your BMI, body mass index. Those are things that you can do personally. You can also go to our website, goredformidlands.org, and or goredforwomen.org, and look at some of the activities that we have going on. You can also donate to the American Heart Association. So there's tons of ways to be involved. But the first one I recommend is just taking care of yourself.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing with us today. Really appreciate that.
No problem.
Good
Thank
stuff.
you so much for having me. Thank you.
Good stuff.